We have a lot to cover this week, but before we get there, I want to address something alarming that I saw this week on our social pages. I know when you do something like this, when you're a public figure or attempting to become a public figure, even if it's in something as fun as sports or as unimportant to the bigger issues in life as sports are. Social media can be a nasty place, can be a vile place. And I just want to address that this week, on top of getting pushback from some of the takes that I have um, said in the past, which is gonna happen. Everybody has their bold sports opinions and will make them known. I've also received some comments that had nothing to do with what the clips or videos that they're attached to are relating to, but instead saying things about me or my guest or something that has nothing to do with the sports that we're talking about. I don't want to draw attention to the comment itself, but we had a comment about a video between me and my guest, Minnesota Twins minor league prospect Austin Schulfer, talking about who do you have in the World Series as the series was about to start, and somebody no bold opinions were given. It was just like, oh, I think this team's gonna win. I think this team's gonna win. But somebody felt the need to comment and take a shot at one of us personally. And I know sports is a place where we like to debate and we like to get heated based on our opinions. But it's supposed to all be in good fun. It's sports, guys. At the end of the day, sports can do a lot of amazing things for people. It can teach us the value of teamwork, and it can teach us how to love something other than ourselves if we're young and learning it for the first time. It can teach us how to win gracefully. It can teach us how to lose with humility. But there are some people out there that can be vile when it comes to it. It's not just, oh, I disagree with you on this opinion. It's your opinion is wrong and you're stupid for having it. And 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 it gets to be at that point multiple times. And I just ask anyone, and this is not just for me, but if you're commenting online, whether it be stuff of ours or for anything, it doesn't matter if it's sports or music or something, but I can only speak for myself. Be kind. You have no idea what the person posting is going through, what they're doing. People, anybody that's listened to this podcast knows that I've been doing this on and off for 10 years, chasing a dream that I've had since I was a child. And so it's not very encouraging, even if you disagree with me, to turn on my social media and at first be thrilled to see that there's interaction with the post and then flip over and see a comment that's not having anything to do with sports, but just me. And whether it be displeasure or whatever in the comments about me personally. And for anybody who's listened to this for a long time knows me, I will be honest here and say I was born with a mild disability, so I never got the opportunity to play sports like many of my friends did. And I loved sports and dreamed of playing sports and never could. And so starting this podcast and talking about sports and studying sports and becoming a student of the game of multiple sports was my way to stay close to it. And which is why I've never let go of the dream of being a sports commentator like I wanted to be my whole life, even though, the growth of this podcast has not taken off. And that's why I have not quit yet, and I will not quit despite some of the negative personal attacks that have come my way for literally no reason. So before we jump into the actual sports that I want to talk about today, I just want to address the things that I've seen and and that it's made me take stock of this and if I really wanted to do it and there was a possibility, when it was hitting me earlier in the week that I was like, maybe I'm done. Maybe this isn't worth it. But then I took a step back and said, this is what I've dreamed of doing. This is what I want to do for a living. And I'm not going to let one or two comments from people that have nothing better to do than to tear others down with no basis in reality to take that away from me. But not just for me, but for others, I ask you, if you're going to comment online, be kind. It doesn't matter if you disagree with what it is. Do not attack the person posting it because they could be reposting, they could be going through something, they could be working harder than you could imagine to build something on that page or on based on that content. Be kind because you don't know the situation behind what you're commenting on.